The views, information, or opinions expressed during the Journey podcast series are solely those of the individuals involved and does not represent Wise Words Imaging or any other company. Wise Words Imaging is not responsible and does not verify for accuracy. Any of the information contained in the podcast series is available from the respective owner. Enjoy the show.
Some say he's a technical whiz. Some say he was born in Cornwall. While some say that he's on a journey. It's The Journey. And here's your host, David Hackett.
Joining me on the journey today is a man who came to America from his native country, and he only had, I think it was from my research, and I've got no notes in front of me, $20 in his pocket. And he's here today, successful. He's in America, successful, and he's going to tell us why he's successful. Welcome to the journey. And that's a good cup, actually. Ash, welcome to the journey.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me, David. Really appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you. Now, my first question is, you're obviously not American, as people can tell and see. You came from India with only $20 in your pocket. Is that all you had at the time?
That's all I had at the time.
And you came to America with that in your pocket. And what was your first thoughts of when you came to America with only $20 in your pocket?
So, it was difficult, right? So it was not easy for sure.
Yeah.
We were scared. We didn't know what to do, all those things.
So this is how I assume it to be, because obviously I've come to America myself in the last 2 years. I came to America with hardly anything. Did you have a purpose? Because I had my purpose. My purpose, obviously, I met my wife and I immigrated to America to be with her. But what was your purpose of coming to America?
So initially, of course, everybody comes to America to build a better life, right? But, my dad had to sell everything to come here. It was difficult. It was 4 of us, me, my mom, my dad, my brother, 4 of us. We came together and the journey was absolutely beautiful,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now...
the main purpose was to really build a life, and my main mission was I wanted to not just make it, but actually, thrive in this environment, because I knew I can, but more importantly, I wanted to make a difference, after the fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So making that difference, is that what you've always had inside yourself as a person, where you wanted to help people, where you wanted to see people achieve, where you wanted to help people reach their goals.
Yeah, so I always wanted to reach, so I always believe, David, is that you cannot you know you cannot help somebody if you haven't been helped by yourself, so just like when airplane is going down, right, they say that make sure that you um, put the mask on first,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think it's important to learn from that.
So your success started, would you say, pretty much straight away, or did you build from something and then work on that?
So it's just like anything else, David, is that when you're looking to climb the success ladder, right, it's never easy. It's hard work, it's dedication. So like when we came here, so my journey started in the airplane. So like, I'll take you back to the plane ride, and this, you'll love this because it has something to do with Heathrow Airport. So when we were coming here on September 3rd, 1989, when we had our visas and everything, and we were at the airport we got to the airport on September 4th at the Mumbai International Airport. And once we got there, as we were saying goodbye to our family and everybody, we get into this plane, and we had never been in a plane before, and it was absolutely beautiful. I was 16, my brother was 14, and then my mom and dad, and so we get into the plane. It was absolutely gorgeous, and then we were so excited that both of us, we were fighting, for the window seat, me and my brother. And so then, once that settled down, we got into the plane. We were sitting at the Mumbai International Airport, 120-degree weather, hot and muggy and yuck, so it wasn't great. So the plane was supposed to take off at 9 and didn't take off. At 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and the plane was still there. And finally at 1:30, plane takes off. We get to the Heathrow Airport, and at the Heathrow Airport, we were so excited because we had never seen anything such a beautiful place before. So we were so excited, and then my dad was, he walked up to the ticket counter. I needed to go to the restroom. So, I kept on looking for the bathroom because, I didn't know English, right? So what do I know? And I see this door opening and closing, and people were so happy coming out of there. And I'm like, it must be a nice place to rest in there because it said restroom on it, right? And I kept on passing by the door. Finally, Indian person helps me out. I finish my business. I go back out to my dad, and I see my dad is struggling, and he's saying something to ticket counter person, and she doesn't get it, and she's saying something that he doesn't get, and it was a very difficult moment. Then an Indian lady walks up to us. She explains to us that we have what she has been trying to tell us is we have missed our connecting flight. So that really was, it threw us back, right? And thinking that, what are we going to do now? We can't speak English. We're stuck in the middle of the road. We don't know what to do, right? We didn't even know how to ask for the vouchers or the tickets, or how are we going to make it to the next step. So the lady helps us out, get all that, and we also get a hotel for the night. So we go to the hotel, and we have never been to a hotel before, so that was also exciting. We come from and here's my dad, and so we are like, okay, now what do we do? So then I said, okay, no problem. So then we were hungry. We were like, because plain food was bland. It's not like Indian curry and like, really nice food. It was horrible. So we we went downstairs to the restaurant, and we are vegetarian. So like in 1989 at the London Heathrow Airport, being vegetarian, there's only two words for that: is good luck, right? So because so we couldn't find anything. So finally the lady comes over. We didn't even know what we were reading in the menu. So that same lady ironically comes over, helps us out. We get a salad, a spaghetti, and a bread roll. So I said, you know what, I'm hungry. I have to eat something. I have never had grass before. So I go for the grass, which was salad. So I go for the grass and it was horrible. It was bitter. And then I go for the spaghetti, which was plain noodles, like literally Kung Fu Panda's dad. You know, when he builds
Yeah.
he has those noodles, those kind of noodles, right? He's chow. What is it called? Chow mein noodles or something. Very very plain. And then I go for the bread roll, and bread roll was actually a soup roll, so we couldn't even bite it or nothing. So we finally decided to. We didn't eat that night, and then we got up next morning. We made sure we caught the flight to come to United States, and finally we landed here on September 4th. And that was our starting of the journey. And the reason I'm telling you this is because, David, everybody has those stories, everybody has those struggles, everybody wants to make it big, but one thing is inevitable in every journey is there is a story of struggle and there is a story of success.
Yeah.
Like if I could give anything to your listeners, I would tell them that, take heart, because the most important thing is a journey.
Yeah. And I can understand that totally. Like I said, I came to America 2 years ago. I'd left pretty much everything literally there. I came with one suitcase. I came with one little handbag, carry bag up that you carry on the plane with you.
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing except for what I had in that bag. Now I've got clothes. I've got more clothes than it's worth again. But point is, it's just amazing now you can start off on something small and you can make yourself big. But from the initial thoughts, what you just told me, even for you at the beginning was a struggle. And I can understand that totally. So I applaud you on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my next question is, so you was young when you come to America, you had $20 in your pocket, like I said. You was a young boy, and then obviously you got older. What made you start getting into the work you're doing now as a person?
So after coming here, David, I ran into financial services in 1994, and I wasn't bad initially. I was pathetic. I had to blackmail my dad through my mom to get my first sale, and I was really, really bad. And eventually, I became really good. I was a financial planner. I was managing over $300 million at one point at a bank, and I started my own company after that. And what led me to this is that I just wanted to keep doing more and doing better so that I can help other people. My ultimate dream of, like, not only helping myself, but also helping other people. And what is the best way to do that? So for me, this is it's been a fantastic journey. And for me, it's about making a difference and really helping other people. So, like, I've been fortunate to be a keynote speaker at several universities and several places, and I've been fortunate to help over 5,000 businesses in last 12 years. And I have taken several businesses over $1 million in revenue. And most importantly, I have I've received a congressional honor for my work. And I'm very thankful for all those achievements. And so that's what led me to what I'm doing right now. It's a journey that I took on,
Yeah.
and I embrace the journey.
And you're still on that journey, which is commendable as well, because
Thank you.
the journey, even though people say you did this, you did that, and then think that's the end. It's not the end, because every day is a journey, because you never know what's going to be around that corner, as I learned when I was growing up. So I've been reading your website and the commendations of people just applauding you. That's another achievement as well, because you help so many people, and I assume these people were on the verges of, in companies' case, bankruptcy, in cases where they were struggling financially, where they needed that extra push. My question is, does it give you the satisfaction and excitement every day when you hear success stories come on your desk and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you? Because I can imagine that desk is quite full with thank yous.
Yes, there is a lot of thank yous there. And yes, it does. It's satisfying for sure, right? Because at the end of the day, David, it is about, it's gratifying for sure, it's humbling for sure, but it's definitely not in the sense of like ego for sure. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think it's important to recognize that, okay, and I'm humbled that people appreciate the work, but I'm more thankful for them. Honestly, instead of them being thankful for me, I'm more thankful for them for being with me and being on the journey and really letting me help them out in the best way I can. Right. And so that's been, and at least my thoughts on that.
Yeah. So, my last question is, if you used to say to someone like myself, because we discussed this before I was recording, what advice would you give to someone who is literally at the point where you were in 1989 with nothing? What would you tell them?
So I would tell them to have clarity around what they want to accomplish and make sure that they get on a path. Don't be afraid to take risks and change the path whenever necessary, but stay the course of ultimately achieving your dream. Don't change no matter what somebody says, no matter what happens. Stay your course and just keep going at your pace. Build your own rules, build your own way of thinking, wow the society, right, in a completely different way, but make your mark in your terms, not in somebody else's.
And I did learn that as well when I was first appointed on the radio. When I did a radio show, they said, don't be like that person. That's their take on the show. When you do a show, make it your own. So if anyone wants to look at what your success is, or if they want to get in contact, have you got a website? Have you got a Facebook page? Is there any way of contacting you?
Yeah, so they can visit my website. I have two websites. So one is my name, ashshukla.com. So ASHSHUKLA.com. Or they can go to my business site, financialchakras.com. So it's financialchakras.com, financialchakras.com. So they can go to either one of the websites. They can always find me on LinkedIn and on Facebook. If they just Google my name, Ash Shukla, they'll find me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ash, it's been amazing. I thank you again. Keep up with the good work, because I know there will be more people in the year, more people next year to be helping. But keep up the good work, and thank you for sharing your journey.
Thank you so much, David. Really appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was The Journey, hosted by Wise Words Imaging, hosted by David Hackett, produced by Melissa Hackett. Be sure to like, subscribe, and listen to another journey coming soon.
I'm too sexy for my love.
The Journey will be interviewing Whiteside Fred, one of the UK's most enduring pop exports. Since forming in 1989, brothers Fred and Richard Fairbrass have a list of achievements as songwriters, and a band that includes #1 hits in 70 countries, including 2 US #1s, 3 UK #1s, and a #1 in Japan. They were also the first band to reach the #1 slot in the US, with a debut single since the Beatles. We'll be talking to Richard and Fred very soon about their new single, Your Inner Light is Love, which is a song about light versus darkness.
A song of unity. It's a feel-good, factual, optimistic song about the ability of everyone of us to shine a light and give. It is antidote to all the doom and gloom. It is our time to shine. Coming soon to the journey. Right said Fred.